Hello everybody and welcome to the Placement Partner Recruitment Academy, or shall I say welcome back. This is where like-minded recruiters collaborate and upskill in the vital skills for the new age of recruitment. As discussed in the introductory video, there is a need for recruiters to become confident in their ability to influence their business through powerful conversations with clients and candidates. My name is Shirley Anderson from Shirley Anderson Sales Consulting and Training, where we help our clients with the knowledge and skills to increase their sales through becoming more effective in their daily activities and conversations. Most importantly, we like to have some fun and be creative whilst doing it, so I really hope you enjoy what we have in store for you. So, what will we be covering today? Over the next 10 minutes, I will share insights about who makes the best performing salespeople. We will discuss behaviors they exhibit and why it is important to sell differently. Before we get into the how, which will be next week, we'll also look at some basics that must be in place before we get started, which is, as a recruiter, what opportunity generating activities should be a part of your day. Who makes the most successful salespeople? Yes, that's you. When it comes to being successful in sales, the first step is to admitting that that is what you are. Step out and say it. I am a salesperson. My job is to influence another that my idea can benefit them, whether they need to pay for it or not. It's about influence. So ask yourself, who are the most successful salespeople, and what sets the best salespeople apart in an environment that has many facets? Well, according to the book, The Challenge of Sales, How to Take Control of Customer Conversation by Matthew Dixon and Brent Adamson of CEB, there are 5 profiles of sales professionals. First of all, we've got our hard worker, who sounds like the most awesome candidate. They go beyond expectation. They keep pushing. They have huge amounts of resilience. They are self-motivated, and they like to receive feedback and constantly looking at ways to grow personally. Then we have our challenger. They always seem to come with a different perspective. They have a different point of view, an in-depth understanding of the customer and their business. They enjoy debating, and because they have a different point of view, they develop an assertiveness towards the customer, towards making the customer think a little bit differently. And then our relationship builder, something we've all heard that is important in sales. They are very well liked because they give time to support and add value to others. They work towards building a strong network of supporters. And then our lone wolf, most possibly the most misunderstood of all of these sales professionals. They follow their gut feelings, they are confident in themselves, and they are self-determined. They really like to work on their own. And then we've got our problem solver. They are your reliables. They find solutions, they get into the detail, they tend to just want to get the job done. So if you read the book, you'll find that these sales profiles come from a study across over 6,000 different sales individuals who deal with complex sales landscapes. If you have a look at those, which one are you? And which do you think is most likely to perform well in a complex sales environment? According to the studies mentioned in the book, only one of these salespeople deliver consistent performance in the B2B sales landscape. Have you decided who it is? Yes. Challenger salespeople outperform all profiles. In fact, more than 50% of all star performers in complex sales environments are challengers. 10% come from your hard workers, 4% from relationship builders, 25% from lone wolves, and only 7% from problem solvers. Are you surprised? I know that I was. Haven't we been told that sales is all about solving problems and relationship building? Haven't we been told that if we work hard, it's a numbers game after all, we will achieve success? What do challengers do differently that other types of salespeople still need to work on? Well, let's ask Mr. Astronaut here. I chose to represent the challenger as an astronaut because I thought it was a fitting character representing someone who can look at something from a unique angle. I spend time on preparing the buyer's journey. So astronauts don't just leave for outer space and to the moon without understanding the environment they're going into and who they need to work with to get to their destination, do they? No, they go through intensive research, training, and practice before going the distance, having thought of where they are going and all the potential risks associated with that journey. I provide a new perspective to think about. The astronaut has an advantage of being outside of the problem and can assess the problems objectively. They can also often see what others do not see and predict the effects of those unforeseens. Therefore, being a challenger, you must feel confident to offer these perspectives and challenge the status quo. No client conversation is the same. I build value through a thorough understanding of the client's landscape. So this unique perspective gives the challenger the ability to challenge their clients in a way that is constructive. This tension is often something that many salespeople are not confident in. But this tension is where the value is truly shown and appreciated by your client, as long as it is coming from a logical and authentic position to help them. This requires salespeople to develop a high sense of assertiveness and surety. I make my client feel safe by taking control. Clients that are offered this unique perspective may feel overwhelmed, and this is where the recruiter or salesperson must step in and be a partner and trusted advisor throughout the journey, helping their client feel in control without, of course, taking the sense of autonomy away. So, why must we strive to become our challenger salesperson? Well, due to this more complicated sales environment, it's no longer just about what you sell, but rather how you sell it. And the research referenced in the book, The Challenger Sales, shows that 53% of customer loyalty is driven by the sales experience, more so than brand, product, service, and price combined. A customer's interaction with the recruiter largely dictates the experience. Becoming a challenger salesperson ensures that we provide value to our clients early enough in the process, thereby eliminating the risk of being commoditized at procurement stage. And I know that we've all experienced this after putting a lot of hard work in, and it is highly frustrating. The other risk we face as a salesperson is losing the business to our biggest competitor, which is not normally who you think it is. I mean, how many potential clients do you think you may have lost to no decision being made? This is largely due to the pain of finding the solution becoming too complex, tedious, or seemingly expensive for internal stakeholders to solve. So how does this fit in with the recruiting environment? The Challenger Sales has a focus mainly on B2B selling, which is of course very relevant when it comes to working with potential and existing clients. However, the psychology of sales is not very different from the B2C, which is more relevant when it comes to communicating with your candidates. Next week and the week after, we will look at the how. How does a performer prepare their conversations and take control of their client and vacancy funnels? But before we do that, I do want to just touch on the where, because this is really where you want to start. Are you taking advantage of all the potential opportunities available to find those clients and candidates? Are you hanging out where your clients and candidates are? Right, so the most obvious place most recruiters will locate their prospective business opportunities are their job boards. Contacting companies that are advertising on these job portals is a proactive way of building your client base and network as a whole. Not every single contact will actually result in an opportunity to sign terms with a new client, but it surely does do a good job at raising awareness that you are out there, and when the opportunity does arise, and provided you have found ways to provide continuous value, you are sure to be top of mind. As a high-performing recruiter or challenger, you want to assess that you have learned about your client, assess their goals, and prepare insights or a unique perspective to getting your client's attention. So this is a lot of hard work. So don't let that important data get lost or go to waste. Ensure you track this in your CRM section of your ATS. I know, for example, that the clients module of Placement Partner has the brilliant ability to store all types of conversational information, files, documentation, with no data caps, so take advantage of that. The quality of your data is more important than the quantity, as this is the information you will need to formulate the insights that will grab the client's attention. Next week, I'll discuss with you how to use that information to work for you in your conversations. Your job is to get it. Now, of course, we cannot forget about social media. Almost every potential client and candidate out there is on it. I'm sure I don't need to preach to you about that. Platforms like LinkedIn, Quora, Facebook, it's sure to be activity that is part of your clients and candidates' daily activity. Be where your target market is, and if you aren't comfortable with it, challenge yourself to learn something new every day. Something as simple as creating an ad about yourself as a recruiter or your agency's brand will put you directly in the eye of your target audience. So this can be time consuming, but worth it if you know that what you're saying will capture their attention. And as I said, I'll go through that next week. Email, SMS, and cold calling campaigns. What do you think of these activities? I know, the jury is out on whether these campaigns are effective, but actually these activities show a 47% higher return on investment than any other type of marketing. Once again, it's all about ensuring your conversation is right, but also with these activities, it requires you to harness some resilience to see through the process. And don't forget, I know this one often is, follow-ups, reviews, and referrals. Keep those connections warm and fuzzy. The Placement Partner Digital Diary or Reminders module will ensure that nothing falls through the cracks. Schedule regular added value contacts. Touch base every 3 to 6 months at least with some added value insights, content, or opportunities. Of course, when you do a great job, ask for a customer review and share it for everyone to see. Don't be afraid of telling people what you are good at. It's not bragging, it's business. It's all about allowing others to benefit from your services. Most importantly, build connections. One way to do that is to help connect your clients with others that you know could help them too. It doesn't always have to be about getting something. There is for sure value to be found in the law of reciprocity. Referrals are equally important. This applies to past connections as well. Past colleagues, people you may have studied with, or even friends and family working at professional businesses. That's most people. They are all in the perfect professional position to be considered potential clients. Keep those connections alive for new prospects. Okay, so no bias here. Optimize your ATS or RTS. If it's Placement Partner, we say even better. But whatever process or system you're using to manage your database, make sure you are using it to its fullest potential, as this is only going to improve your success rate. Your RTS should make things simpler for you and give you a big picture perspective of your pipeline and opportunities. Your CRM will be the difference between acquiring talent or clients. Doing this in any other way, regardless of whether you are a big or small agency, is risking letting them slip through your fingers. If you are lucky enough for your agency to have invested into such a system, then use it to its full effect. If you are a new startup who is wondering whether this investment is just for big players, then think again, because we cannot do it all. Take out that boring and mundane tasks of recruitment to concentrate on the value-adding and fun stuff. Work on your business, not in it. Cool, guys. So what is next? I want you to take the next week to think about what kind of salesperson are you and why? Are you taking advantage of all the opportunities to find business building conversations? Because next week, once you've harnessed the power of being the challenger, and once you've got that pipeline full of prospective clients and candidates to work with, Then we're going to look at how do we get our client and candidates' attention and really bring those conversations to life. And of course, remember to pay it forward and share this opportunity with your colleagues, partners, and recruiting friends. We'll send them a catch-up video if they missed out of this one this week. Also, if you enjoyed this, please post a review on our social media platforms. It will be greatly appreciated. And also remember to diarize Thursday, the 3rd of September from 10 to 11:15. We'll send you the Zoom details. I hope you have a magnificent day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.